Welcome to Crazy Shit in Real Estate, a weekly podcast where I walk you through some of the wildest, most unbelievable stories you'll hear from the world of real estate. If you like real estate and you love crazy, this is the podcast for you. Before we get any further into this episode, I've got some information to share.
Oh, it's true. Real estate is super competitive and harder than you expected. That's why I created Leigh Brown University. It's everything you need to take you from point A to point whatever your goal is. You could be new to the business or a seasoned vet. I'll help you break through to the next level so that your professional life can look exactly like you desire. Enroll in Leigh Brown University today. I'll help you get there.
What you got? What do you tell me?
Oh my gosh, I got a couple funny ones. And Leigh, I'll tell you, they're both embarrassing. And these are like top embarrassing moments of my life, but they're hilarious. And how they tie to real estate is both involve me speaking in front of realtors. So these are embarrassing public speaking stories.
In front of your peers.
In front of my peers. The first one is just pure comedy. The second one is funny, and there's a little lesson in there. So the first story, Leigh, is about the time I tore my pants in the crotch seconds before I was invited on stage.
Because, of course.
Because that's what happens, right? So there I was, 36 years old. I was running a division of a brokerage. It was a small division of a big company. So the big brokerage company was based in Vail, Colorado. I was running a division in a smaller location in Colorado. And I had a monthly sales meeting with my small team, and my boss had a monthly sales meeting with the big team, right? And so I asked my boss for several months in a row, hey, can I speak to the big group one day? Like there I was kind of in the minor leagues, and I wanted to go to the big show, right? I wanted to be in front of the—
Gotta ask.
And so I asked and pestered, and finally he relented. He said, fine, Eric, you can do it. You can speak to the big group. So this is like about 150 people. And these are like in Vail, Colorado, some high flying, highly productive people, earning—
Hey, Madonna.
Maybe, but there's some pretty big time realtors in the audience. So I'm in the front row before I go on, and I'm so nervously that I'm sitting there, and I'm like flapping my—
Oh, you can see your heartbeat?
Butterfly. What's that?
You see your heartbeat?
Yeah, right. Yeah, totally see my heartbeat. Yeah. So I'm sitting there and I'm moving my legs back and forth, like flapping them like butterfly wings, just with my nervous energy, not really paying attention to what I'm doing. And I hear a rip. I hear fabric tear. And I look down, and all I see is my underwear. And
thank goodness you weren't commando, and your wife is probably saying the same thing. Right. Thank God he was not commando.
Right. And as I'm looking down and seeing only my underwear, what I hear is, okay, now everyone help me welcome Eric Thompson. And thank God I had a notepad sitting in front of me. Grab the notepad, put it in front of my crotch, go up and present, and no one was the wiser. No one knew. I did the whole thing with this notepad kind of sitting right there in front of my pants, was able to present. I had my PowerPoint, and no one knew any difference. Even afterwards, no one said, hey, Eric, it was kind of weird. You were holding that notepad in front of you.
Well, that's good. That means they were looking where they should have been looking at your eyes instead of anywhere else.
Right. And my dazzling presentation. So
all I can think about, though, is the conversation my husband had with my son, who's 15, about what to do in class if you're confronted with a situation that 15-year-old boys might encounter. That's all I can think about is overhearing that conversation, how hilarious that was. So I guess it's probably good that realtors tend to be middle-aged and women for the most part, because they will give you all the grace in the world had they noticed.
Yes, they would. Yes, they would. Thank goodness. Okay, so that's story number one. Story number two is we'll go a little bit further back in time. I'm 33 years old. This is like one of my first ever times speaking in front of a group of my peers. So this again was about 150 people, a different group of people. But my only job then was to introduce another speaker. Like that's all I had to do. I had about a 90-second part to introduce someone who is at the time a pretty well-known sales trainer, motivational speaker. I put together a group of realtors to come hear this guy. So my only job is to introduce him. And Leigh, I go up in front of these people. And again, I was so nervous. I was crazy nervous, holding a handheld microphone. it's shaking in my hand. And, I'm in front of all these people I know and I like and I respect. And I'm so nervous that I drop the microphone on the ground. And it's just like, you can imagine the noise, right?
And the sound
reverberating around. And I kind of stammered through the introduction. The speaker comes up and kind of grabs a microphone out of my hand and gives me kind of this sour look like, great, now I have to go up and kind of clean up this mess, right?
Oh, you're enjoying this little clip? Well, the rest of the story is available on any of your podcast apps. Just go search for and subscribe to Crazy Shit in Real Estate with Leigh Brown.